Lisa Boothe joins us, Fox News contributor. Congratulations.
Hi, guys.
As of what, last week?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
as of Thursday officially.
That's
so
great.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
What do you think about this?
Well, I don't blame them. Why would they want Hillary Clinton to run for president? She is quite possibly one of the worst presidential candidates Democrats have ever had. And look, these problems with the email server have dogged her the entire time, both in the Democratic primary and also throughout the general election. It is the reason why her so many voters distrust her, why those numbers are so bad for her, why her unfavorables are so high. And I don't blame them because, let's face it, it very much looks like, especially with all this WikiLeaks information out there, that she intentionally went to the lengths to delete tens of thousands of emails after a story broke, which her campaign had gotten the heads up about, to John Podesta from the State Department, deleted tens of thousands of emails.
And according to this from Podesta, now we know why Cheryl, her lawyer, didn't want her to run for president. Real quickly, we teased the story about what happens if on Tuesday night it's a tie in the Electoral College, 269 to 269. Who picks?
Well, and it's crazy, especially in such a crazy election cycle so far, the concept that this could potentially happen. And there are actually a couple different scenarios that could play out resulting in a tie. It is statistically improbable, but mathematically possible. And so what would happen in that event is, because of the 12th Amendment, it would default to Congress. And so essentially the United States House of Representatives would decide who the next president would be.
We would know what that would be, though. That would be a Republican. It's a Republican House, so therefore that would give it to the Republican, wouldn't it?
Right. And so what happens essentially, the three presidential candidates with the top electoral votes would be the ones, would be the candidates on which the House would be deciding upon. And each state gets one vote. So what's crazy is you could have a state like Alaska that only has one representative, right? In a state like California that has 53, but each state gets one vote, and then it's a majority, 26, that would ultimately decide who the president would be.
This has happened in the past. Brian, I'll give you a hint. You wrote a book about one of them.
Yeah, Brian's the guy.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams.
Exactly.
So if every state gets one vote, how many Republican states are there at this point?
Oh, man, I think there's 33. If I'm wrong, no one judge me. And then also what's interesting, so for the vice president, it would come down then in the Senate. The Senate would ultimately decide the vice president, and each senator gets one vote. So that's a little more simple than the House.
So they wouldn't take the ticket?
No. I think theoretically,
you're right.
I think theoretically you could have a split.
Yeah, you could have Tim Kaine.
Yeah, you could have, but yeah, theoretically that could happen. But with Republicans holding the House and Senate,
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
It's crazy. Nice to see you guys.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.